Super Short Bounce House in the heart of beautiful Orlando, Florida. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the UCF Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, Coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. He said that first win has really helped settle this team in. They knew they could possibly be good, being ranked in the preseason poll, but now they're proving it on the field. He said, we've just got to do it week in and week out, and that starts today. They are taking that 1-0 mentality into every single game. Today is no different. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Knights headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Here's Raiola to throw. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. This offense has it with really good field position. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Enough to move the chains. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Raiola to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is a huge play as this offense rolling. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. The give. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Throwing Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, North Carolina! The offense cashing it in on that drive. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running inside. It's Simon. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll ride him again. Oh, he's got some space. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Burrowing for yardage. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. The Knights send out the punt unit. On the return. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Raiola. Catch in the middle. It's Preston. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. To throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Preston. Into the house. Touchdown, UNC! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First play of this drive. Makes a catch. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. He wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Simon. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
3rd and long right here. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Now, you could tell quarterbacks and wide receivers nowadays, they're so in sync. They understand so much of the details of watch the receiver go deep, sell it, and then sit down. That ball's out, making its way to the wide receiver. Nice pitch, nice catch.
Here we go, ready. Blue 22, blue 22. Go.
Straight ahead, it's Simon.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. A run for the quarterback. Turning it on. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. The Knights have this offense rolling. Motion from the back. Drops back on first down. Throws it deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Back to pass on second down. Shoots it to the left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. The Knights want to move quickly. Looking to throw. The screen, he can go. Bust through behind his pad. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. A designed run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Knights!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. These 2 defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gives it. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Play action, Dylan Raiola. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. Through the noise, Raiola tries to get him set. Makes the grab. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Rid of it on the RPO. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Moves to his right. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Wants to throw one first. Rolls right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So that'll cost them a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man, getting tackles for a losses, getting sacks. It makes it easy to play defense. You know what else does? Forcing a 3rd and long where you know they got to throw the football like they got right here.
Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Needs it here on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. Touchdown, UCF! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Here's Raiola to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got his man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Raiola. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Made the... and took it on in for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sends it back in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Break. Booster.
Changing the routes with his receivers. They want to throw it. Going downfield for the big play. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the edge, it's Simon. They'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be 3rd down as the clock runs before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Hey, 95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge. Ready, go.
Using his feet. There he goes. He's at the 50. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the number 16 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's Ole Miss with a breathtaking offensive performance today. Really, both teams delivered. How about combining for more than 100 points? A stat-stuffing day for each of those teams, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They give it to him again. Maybe some room here. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Knights. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And he's going to bring this one out. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Turns it upfield. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Raiola to throw. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, North Carolina! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. On the run, it's Simon. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Second down, going to throw it. Still looking to his right. Out wide right, it's Farmer. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Simon.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty.
Ready. Ready, go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He rifles one deep to the left. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Trying to take it back. Slips through the line. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Quick give. It's Simon. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The Knights can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's going to run it. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Drives inside. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball there.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 10. Touchdown, UCF! They surge on top of the score, and can you feel this upset percolating?
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a 1st down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm. And I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Still plenty of time left to break the scoreboard wide open as we get things underway here in the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Throwing Raiola. Unloads it left. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And how about he dropped back to pass twice on this drive so far? He's thrown 2 completions and chewed up over half the field. This offense, this QB, dialed in, understanding what he's seeing, and he is putting his foot down and being aggressive, taking shots down the field, and now this offense in great scoring position.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Handoff from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Raiola. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
14. Go!
This is a designed run. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. The play fake. Right down the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. To the back. Makes his man miss. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well give it to him again. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the ground. Turning it on. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Biggest drive of the game right now as the clock is winding down, a chance to win it before overtime. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. In deafening noise, here's Dylan Raiola. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, at this point of the game, with this field position with only a few ticks left on the clock, I think the safe move, obviously, punt the ball away, trust your defense, get it to OT, and go try to win it there.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Raiola. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. And the Tar Heels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. Finds his target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation, but we've got overtime coming. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need, try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. On the run, it's Simon. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Man, you played the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Trying to run, it's Simon. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over him. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that one.
Where did he go?
Got to make the play on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but it still counts as a sack.
The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
3rd and long now as this defense tries to force another overtime period. On the play fake, Dylan Raiola. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
UCF wants to take a moment. They use their 2nd timeout. And they'll try to win it with a long field goal right here. It's good! They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's